All right, let's dive into one of the most important tools for anyone who owns crypto, the hardware wallet. If you're serious about truly owning and controlling your digital assets, well, this is exactly what you need to understand.
So let me start by asking you a really simple but super important question. Do you know exactly where your private keys are at this very moment? You know, that secret piece of code that proves you actually own your crypto? Are they just sitting on an exchange? Maybe in a software wallet on your phone? The answer to that question, well, it's the bedrock of your security in this space.
And that's exactly where a hardware wallet comes in. It's designed to be the best possible answer to that question. The easiest way to think about it? It's literally a personal, physical vault, but built for your digital assets. So what is it really? At its heart, a hardware wallet is a small, physical device. Its entire purpose, its one and only job, is to keep your private keys stored in a completely offline environment. This is what keeps everything, your Bitcoin, your Ethereum, even your NFTs, safe from all the dangers lurking online.
And this right here shows you the fundamental difference. See, software wallets and exchanges, they keep your keys online. They're always connected to the internet, which makes them a constant target for hackers. It's why we hear those crazy stories about billions being stolen. Hardware wallets, on the other hand, they just sever that connection. By taking your keys offline, they become incredibly resistant to all those kinds of attacks.
This whole concept, this offline advantage, is the entire reason these gadgets even exist. It's all about creating a big protective gap between your most valuable secrets and the online world.
People in the industry call this an air gap, and it's just what it sounds like. Because your keys are physically disconnected from the internet, there's just no way for a hacker to get to them. It doesn't matter how clever their virus or malware is, they can't hack a device that isn't even connected to their network. It's pretty much the digital version of locking your valuables in a safe and burying it somewhere no one can find it.
Now, they do have different ways of communicating when you need to use them. Some of the most common ones connect with a simple USB cable. Others use Bluetooth, which is super convenient. And then you have the most secure types, which are fully air-gapped. They might use things like QR codes or an SD card to sign transactions, so they never make a direct electronic connection at all. Each one just offers a slightly different balance between ease of use and maximum security. Okay, so we get why being offline is safer. But how does it actually work when you need to, send some crypto? This next part is where the real magic happens, and it's what puts you in total control. This is it. This is the single most important rule of hardware wallets. Just let that sink in for a second. Your private keys never leave the device. The entire system is designed around this one unbreakable promise. So here's how it works. When you decide to send some crypto, your computer or phone prepares the transaction details and sends that information to your hardware wallet. You then look at the little screen on the device itself to verify everything's correct. Once you approve it, the device uses your private key, which is safely inside, to sign it, and then the only thing that gets sent back out is the digital signature. Your keys, they stay locked away, safe and sound the entire time.
I know, this might sound a little technical, but trust me, getting one of these set up is actually pretty simple. So let's just quickly walk through the basic steps to get your own digital vault up and running.
First, you'll just connect the device and set a PIN code. That's for your everyday use. Next comes the most critical step of all. The device will show you a recovery phrase, usually 12 or 24 words. You need to write this down and store it somewhere incredibly safe and offline. This is your master key, your ultimate backup. After that, you install the little apps for whatever coins you want to use. And finally, and please don't skip this, always test it by sending a very small amount first, just to be sure everything's working perfectly.
Now, while the device is super secure, your total security really depends on you. You've got to follow a few non-negotiable rules. Think of these as the essential habits you need to form from day one.
Rule number 1, only buy your wallet directly from the company that makes it or an official reseller. This helps you avoid any risk of tampering. Number 2, and this is the big one, never, ever, under any circumstances, type your seed phrase into a computer, take a picture of it, or share it with anyone. That phrase is for your eyes only. And finally, make sure you keep that physical paper backup of your phrase somewhere hidden, secure, and protected from things like fire or water damage. Because in the end, it all comes down to this. A hardware wallet is an amazing tool for taking control of your assets, but it puts the power and the responsibility right in your hands. So the real question is, how are you going to protect your keys?